so it was another great win by the Black Stars against Mali in Ghana at the Accra Sports Stadium in their 2026 World Cup qualifiers, and it has pushed Ghana to top of Group I with 19 points, and they will now need about 4 points to secure a place in the next World Cup in United States of America, Mexico, and Canada. This is Sporty Frank, and we are here to break that game down for you, and a few things that we learned from the game, maybe 9 or 10 points from that game that took place at the Accra Sports Stadium on Monday night. It was a very good win for the Black Stars, even though it was not one of the most beautiful goals that you would see. But who cares? The 3 point was what was more important, or the most important of all, and the Black Stars got it. Once again, people have raised concerns about the performance. Black Stars literally dominated to a certain point. They had to play under pressure to protect the goal, defend very well, so that they could secure that point. You know, Ghana have played under these situations and it didn't really go well. Ghana takes the lead a lot of times and fail to hold on to the lead or even increase the lead and end up drawing. For example, against Chad, some time ago against Niger, it happened. Some time ago also against Angola. So this is something that has been happening a lot of times. But what did we see in this game? The first thing is that Ghana is still lacking that creative midfielder in this Ghanaian team, and it's a bit worrying, because if we cast our minds back to when we had Daniel Kofitre, who used to be a bit of a creative spark in that middle for the Black Stars, Ghana moving forward wasn't an issue. Making the final third passes, making the final third decisions was a bit okay than now. But yesterday, what we saw in the game was that Thomas Partey was pushed a bit forward, and the new boy Kwesi Sibo was told to sit in front of the back line, and so it was and Thomas Partey was the one maybe who the team depended on to try and create something, but it still didn't really work. It had to be Mohamed Kudus from the right flank, and sometimes Jordan Ayew, who started on the left flank, and all of that. So when are we going to get that profile? When are we going to get it? Because it's become a problem in this Ghanaian side. We can talk about Majid Ashimero, who is always not fit as well. Some time ago, Chris Hutton brought in Richmond Lamptey, but didn't even kick a ball. So it still looks like Ghana needs a creative midfielder in the team if we really want to go far as far as other competitions are concerned. The second thing is that the laterals, the right wing backs, the left wing backs, to support a 3-back system is still a bit lacking. I don't know whether it's a coaching problem, because we don't see too much from our laterals. For instance, yesterday was Caleb Ironchi and then Gideon Mensah. It looks like going forward has been a problem. But if you are looking at a team that is playing 3-back system, it means the right wing back and the left wing backs must be very, very productive. They must be running up and down and all of that. But we didn't see that. We saw more of defensive works from Gideon Mensah and Caleb Ironchi. Even though he moved forward, it was a bit problematic seeing him do more of that. But I cannot blame him that much, because he's naturally a midfielder. I don't know why he's playing as a right wing back anyway. We have the likes of Tariq Lamptey, who can do that job so well, but he himself, I think, is lacking much fitness a bit, because he hasn't played for a while, and so Ali Duseidu is another defensive-minded player, and playing him in a 3-back system may not be that efficient. So that is another thing that I think Otuado may have to look at. Kwesi Sibo didn't disappoint on his debut at all. I mean, I don't know why he wasn't part of the first, the initial squad announced by Otuado. But I think after Elisha Owusu was suspended, he had to be invited as soon as possible, and I think he paid his dues. He didn't do bad. That's not bad at all for someone who is starting his very first international game. And I think this is the way to go. If we have players who can be stopgap players, we need to fix them in. If the player is in form and can play, we need to call them for them to play. We don't need to stick with old players who are not in form, who are not giving anything. Some time ago, we were singing the praises of Salis Abdul Samed, but he's not doing well these days. If there's someone better than him, you fix him there and we move on. This is the national team. It's not for anyone. We call the best players for them to deliver. So Kwesi Sibo had a very good debut, and that's fantastic. Jordan Ayew should be playing a striker role now. He should be a number 9 for now. He doesn't have that energy to run on the left on the flanks anymore. Jordan Ayew is about 32 or 33 years now. He doesn't run anymore. He He will delay attacks if you keep placing him or leaving him on the flanks. Semenyo has that energy to rather run the flanks more than Jordan Ayew these days, and so I don't know why Jordan should be starting on the wings. And again, he must not last 90 minutes. Jordan Ayew must not last 90 minutes. Tactically, you play him, let him do what he can do, and 70-75, take him off and bring another player in with full of energy to play. I think this is another thing that I saw. Even though there were some, I don't know what happened when Jordan was substituted. It looks like he wasn't happy with something, which is not too clear to me. But he must not last for 90 minutes. I don't think so. I think yesterday the crowd was also important in the win for the Black Stars. It's very important to have your fans behind you when you are playing a home game, and I think they played a huge role, and the tension was very, very evident. If you look at how the players yelled anytime the referee took some decisions which went against Ghana, that those things are very important. They play key roles in matches. And if you look at how they also cheered the team up anytime they were playing very well, anytime they were swinging good passes, anytime a player made a good turn, the way the crowd were behind the player was also important. I think it's a morale boosting activity that helps teams thrive in most difficult moments like this. Again, I think this one is very important. Can we just maintain the quality of the pitch for national team games? I think if we keep having quality pitches, the players can deliver. I'm sure. I don't want to buy into that excuse of Otuado saying that during the Chad game we didn't have a good pitch to play on and all of that. But then, if you look at how the players played yesterday, it looks like they were okay with the pitch that they played on. And if we don't have to always close down the pitch to renovate, to to always make sure the pitch is in good shape only when the Black Stars are coming to play, I think the pitch should be maintained every time so that we do not have issues with CAF for international games. Ghana is too big a country to be facing such issues, and this must be maintained. I would say kudos to the National Sports Authority under the Ministry of Sports and Recreation. I think this is something they must keep it up so that we don't face problems again. I mean, we have to get pitches like the Baba Yara and the Accra Sports Stadium always in good shape for matches like this. Again, one thing, Kamaldeen Sulemana's problems have not been solved, and I don't know why. We have compared this guy to the likes of Jeremy Doku. Some people even say Vinicius Jr. because of his pace and his dribbling abilities, but he always plays like an academic boy anytime he's playing for the Black Stars. When there's a clear decision to make, he always goes for the wrong one, and that has been a problem with Kamaldeen Sulemana. We have pardoned him for far too long, and I think it's about time he improves more. I mean, everybody liked the energy he brought on during the Chad game. He ran the wings so well, and people thought, yes, there's the energy we need when the team is lacking. But then his final third decisions have always been poor. Every day, that it has never improved. It has never ever improved, and that is a problem. Maybe because of his numerous injuries, he's not gotten enough time to build on himself in terms of scoring goals or making assists or making good decisions in the final third. It's very, very worrying. Again, from that Kamal Dean performance, then again we ask ourselves, why don't they pass to Inaki Williams? There were multiple situations where Inaki Williams was in a very good position, but he was denied of a good pass, and it looked like anytime he was in that position, the best decision was to pass to Inaki Williams than to take on a player. But they refused. Kamaldeen Sulemana refused to do that, and Joseph Pento, who also came on with very good energy, also failed to do that. And it is very, very worrying. If they do not want him in the Black Stars again, we have to know so that he's not called again, because it's very unfair to run with all your energy waiting for a pass only for the player to squander it. It's very, very, very unfair, and it's a bit worrying. If it's disturbing if such situations happen in matches like this, especially matches that he would use to redeem himself. When Ghana led 1-0, it was not done. So imagine Inaki Williams, who has always struggled in the Ghanaian shirt, coming in to bury the second goal. It's something that relieves him of a lot of pressure. But again, they denied him of passes, even though he made very good runs. No, whether you agree with me or not, I still think Otuado is not the man to lead the Black Stars. Even if he qualifies the Black Stars, Otuado is not the man. Maybe he is a Moses for Ghana, but we need a Joshua to lead the Israelites, because he seemed to have no impact on this team. If you look at the way they play, I don't see any fingerprint of Otuado in this Ghanaian squad, in this Ghanaian team. It is about time we make a bold decision and get a better coach to lead the Black Stars, because Otuado is not it. He's always giving excuses when he loses, and when he wins, even his communication to the press and to Ghanaians is not encouraging at all for a coach who leads the Black Stars. But I wouldn't blame him that much, because he didn't have that experience in coaching at a very top level like this, and some way somehow he got himself into the Black Stars job. I don't think Otuado is a man. Once again, there's a Sporty Frank. If you haven't subscribed, just try your best to subscribe, turn on the notification button, and select all, so that you can always get notifications anytime we upload interesting content here, especially ones like this that is related to the Black Stars. Now Ghana will need 4 points from a possible 6 in their next games. Ghana will be playing against Central African Republic away from home on the 8th of October. That's just next month. And then they will also welcome Comoros, which is the decider. I'm sure that would also be played at the Accra Sports Stadium as things stand. So Comoros will be hosted by Ghana in a very decisive encounter, and that is where Ghana can boldly declare themselves as qualified for the next World Cup, which will happen in USA, Mexico, and Canada. So this is it. Have a nice day. Bye for now.